What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, QQQ, and the S&P 500. Now, we're in a very interesting position for a lot of these cryptos. We've been waiting for the bottom to inevitably hit and start to reverse out of it, and it's almost like we have. But then there's other cryptos and the stock market that shows like we could have more room of consolidation before we see some sort of break or resistance. We've been trying to track some sort of descending fractal. You can see here on XRP, ever since we broke out of the symmetrical triangle, we had this huge flagpole up, filling in this gap, and then we broke down from that. It was a huge short opportunity, and we've been trying to figure out what the heck this is. And it hasn't been doing us much luck. Like, honestly, it's at this point, it's like, let's just delete these because they don't really make the most sense here. We're trying to find some sort of support. It's like we're coming into contact with this bottom here and we're hoping to reverse off. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it surely looks like we're starting to head in that direction. And we left off a couple of days ago and yesterday talking about like the possibilities of a pump coming. And I still believe that we are long overdue for that. One final rally for this quarter here. And as you can see, we've been tracking these kind of descending fractals, slowly consolidating all the way back down to make contact with its price floor and its support. And usually what we expect after that is reversal back up. So that's what we're patiently waiting for. XRP, we're hoping to see like that happen. Reversal off moving average, we head up. Solana, you can see coming into contact with its moving average, its bottom supports here. We're looking for, again, that same thing. Descending fractal. We're looking for that rally. Ethereum, same thing. Look at that beautiful uptrend here. We'll go more in depth in a minute, but beautiful consolidation, contact with moving average. We're looking for that. So it goes on and on and on. Up, then Bitcoin here, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Uptrend and price ceiling here, filling in the gap. We're looking to reverse off of there. So you can see the pattern that we're speculating here. Aside from the stock market and QQQ, these are where things get slightly more interesting, as these are forming kind of these beautiful descending fractals, and we're just looking for a break above that resistance. We could fill this all in, it's possible, but it's just we need to complete a closure above yellow band. That's all we need. We close above this yellow resistance here, and we are going to expect to see that rally to the upside. Same thing goes with the stock market. Like I said, beautiful bull flag forming, lower high, lower lows. We could consolidate all the way back down. This could take us easily into March. Very possible. But what it all comes down to is at any point, it could break out early, it could break out now, it could break out in a month. We need to break through that yellow resistance. We get above that, I would very likely expect to see a long run to the upside here. And that's truly what the focus is on today. So with that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, remember to check out Margex down in the description below. They're giving away up to $10,000 in free bonus cryptocurrency to people that sign up with the link down in the description below. Make sure to use code CryptoTV and you'll get 20% back, up to 10 grand on whatever you deposit. So whatever that math comes out to here, on 10,000, I believe it's 200. On 100, that's 2,000. You know, so on and so forth here. Doing that math, it might even be I think that's about accurate here. But regardless here, or it might be up to 10, I don't know, but you get my point. Up to 20%. I can't do it while I'm recording here. Up to 20% back on what you deposit, which is insane. We'll be talking about Margex more later on here. We're waiting for, you can see we've been tracking the Solana resistance here. We've been waiting for the confirmation, the breach above this price ceiling for us to be able to buy in and long it to the upside. We've been getting so close, but no cigar here to buy in and take advantage of this play. As you guys can see, we've had some consolidation take place, like slowly coming across inside a very large descending fractal that we've been tracking here. But we are looking for resistance to be broken for us to see a bullish momentum, bull flag movement off of this descending fractal here. Otherwise, expect to see a correction, which obviously we don't want to have happen, but either way, we'll be able to take advantage of it. Now, as for XRP, jumping to like the weekly, we are a long way from Kansas, Dorothy. Like, we are very, very, very overinflated and high up. And as I've said consistently here, like, you can even base it off previous cryptos, like these previous runs. Let's go back all the way to 2017. After the explosion, notice we only get one shot, and then we start the descending fractal, like the consolidation. Go back to 2021, major run, then we have the consolidation. Here we are again, major run, and it's almost like if history repeats itself like it has previously, we are not going to see highs again, and we should start coming back down to moving average. Look at how quickly we came back down. You can see right here, after rallying up all the way to $1.88, we came all the way back down to 49 cents. And it would be very likely to expect a similar reaction to take place on XRP. After seeing a rally up, we are expecting to see correction down, probably closer to 95 cents here is where target would be. So things get a little bit wonky. There could be a little room here to reverse off that, but expect to see the possibilities of having you buy in and short XRP, because overall, long term, we are headed down. It's just whether are we going to see a small first quarter pump or just consistently, nosedive to the downside here. That's really what's up for debate. Now, as for Solana, things get even more different. We jump to the weekly again, like we did with XRP. Notice we actually look pretty good. In the past, you can see back when this was added in 2021, after the rally up, we come back down, and it's a pretty solid bear market for a very long time. But notice we keep climbing higher on Solana here, so we don't look as detrimental as we have in the past. This is a very steady climb, not as aggressive as we have here. So one would argue there's a good chance of rebound to see off this, something along these lines. Until that resistance gets broken, we look pretty efficient for a possible run. So really what we're waiting for is, if anything, a long-term play. We just need to get out of this bull flag here. You can see the constant resistance and the constant problems that we seem to be having. We could drop. It's very possible we could come back down one last time, maybe next week. But then we are going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, and we need to make the decision. Are we going to, let's see, break through here and dump, or are we going to break through the price ceiling and rally up? Regardless, we will be prepared using money that isn't ours on the Margex exchange, because Margex offers trading. It's that simple. They offer free bonus cryptocurrency, and you can literally deposit, get your bonus, and then just withdraw what you deposited and play around with just bonus money, which is super cool. So again, as we've discussed, it's either we slide back down to support, or what we're looking for is reversal rally out. That's the main goal. This looks very much so textbook for a bullish rally to take place, and that's what I'm paying the most attention to. So definitely make sure to check out Margex with the link down in the description below. And aside from Margex, Solana, XRP, looking at these other cryptos, like, it's not just those that look like they've hit a bottom. You look at like Ethereum here, we've been in this very beautiful uptrend, which is insane if you ask me, and we've also been reversing off this. Coming into contact with weekly moving average, we look incredibly well ready to see that pump. We've reversed off of it. Sometimes we climb up, and we might climb it here as well. But ideally, we are looking for a liftoff, a reversal off that red band of support. We've come into contact with it in 2023, 2024. Here we are in 2025. And I honestly think the same thing would be due to happen. Beautiful descending fractal, beautiful bull flag filling in this gap, lower high, lower low. We just hit a bottom now, and there's a good chance we will get stuck, rock in a hard place, and see that liftoff take place. And that's what I am patiently waiting for. Ethereum actually looks like one of the better cryptos, the easiest one to track, especially since it's also oversold, near oversold too. Might as well buy in on a low than buy in on a high being overbought. Now, aside from Ethereum, Bitcoin looks very similar too. Now, we are a long way from Kansas as well, from home, Dorothy. From that moving average, we are definitely due to see some corrections, like especially being that we are in all-time highs. We are due to landslide down, and typically what happens is after we consolidate here, we fall to moving average, and that is very likely to take place on Bitcoin too. But for the time being, we are stuck between that rock and a hard place with that moving average. There is room for us one time this quarter, ends in like March or April here, for us to see a possible reversal. As we fill this gap in, we need to make a decision. We close above price ceiling in green, we rally out. We close below support, we're going to dump, and it's going to be a very aggressive dump that is it's bound to happen. It's just when is it going to happen? But you could also make a short-term trade like this on Margex as well, so make sure to check that out. As for QQQ and the other cryptos, we already opened up. We're looking for that to break. But more than likely, being that we're in the middle of this, there's a good chance we'll probably consolidate out, and it goes past just QQQ. Stock market too. very, we could. I mean, it's very possible. More than likely next week we will break out of this, or this week we can break out of this. But until proven otherwise, we're probably just going to continue to consolidate and then break out. So one of the two is definitely bound to happen. It's just how, or, is it going to happen now, or we got another 2 weeks before we see that break? It did the groundhog see its shadow? But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.